Welcome to another Canadian Module Company feature here on the All Weather Haulage channel. In this video, I'm featuring the Quanalog Boubou from Montreal, home of the fabulous band The Unicorns. I'll have links to all the important things like where you can hear something by The Unicorns and where to get the Boubou in the description. Now, I borrowed this module off a friend of mine, and I don't have one yet. It's sounding pretty awesome. I featured it in this video and my previous one, and both of them it sounded pretty awesome. I may not give it back. The build quality and look of these modules is like super heavy duty. And if you like what you can hear, you can pick this up at Mog Audio in Canada. And there's places listed on the Quanalog website if you're in different areas. Initially, I thought it was a bit of a hefty price tag for this module, $800 and change. But when you think of the alternative, and the alternative being what I'm currently using for a 5-drum synth voice, it's actually cheaper than the 4-drum voices that I usually use combined in my kit. There's some interesting things with this. The Boubou uses filters and is all analog, which I think is a different method, or at least is very different from what I'm used to. I use a lot of digital or sample drum stuff, so this is going to be a little bit different for me. In this video, the Boubou is being triggered by the Omnitone Rhythmy, which is another Canadian module that I featured last time. And it's going through kind of an audio processing thing that I'll be able to mute each voice and have them still be triggered, which I'll feature next time. So here we go with a breakdown of the different drum voices of the Quanalog Boubou. We're gonna look over on the left side here. This is our kick drum. We can adjust the frequency of it here. I don't know all these controls, like what the overdrive here is gonna do, but we can just listen and see what we find. We've got a decay and a clip frequency. Click. I thought it said click frequency. And our attack here. Anyways, sounds just as awesome as the usual kick drums that I use. We've got dual toms here, so there's 2 sets of toms. Even though this one isn't patched and I'm adjusting it, this one should adjust the kick, but I didn't really hear it there. Maybe I was being lied to. Here are the other tom I do have patched here. So usually when I'm doing drums, I only have 4 spots. So I have the 1 tom not patched in here. And here is level, frequency, resonance. You can see frequency and resonance in both of these ones here. So it's using filters to create these drums, which is a little bit confusing to me, but okay, we're onto the snare here. Now these drums, what I've read and have been told is they sound like anything from an 808 to a 909. Now I'm used to sample drums, so the snare for me is the most difficult one to figure out. But maybe this is what a 808 or a 909 snare drum sounds like. Wow, resonance really does some stuff there. So we've got a decay, which is our main knob. I'm playing with the frequency, resonance, noise, and CV amount, which I don't know is doing anything because I don't have anything in the CV. I think it's just an attenuator. Now we're jumping to the hi-hats, which I think all sound fantastic. What's cool about the Boubou too is if you send it a gate, which the Omnitone Rhythmy does, that's how we are getting the open hi-hat sounds. Now, if you notice here, you can apparently run an external noise into the hi-hat and have kind of a weird hi-hat with some external noise coming in and adjust the volume of it, which I don't have currently set up right now. Now the Boubou sounds pretty awesome to me. I feel like it would be, even though I'm not used to the snare sound, I feel like it would be pretty awesome for some type of industrial type thing. I've used it for the past two. It'll also be featured on my next one where I talk about the audio processor that I've got it going through. And there you have it. 5-piece, even though I'm only running 4 pieces here, a 5-piece drum voice. Sounds fantastic, especially at that price point, which you may think seems like a lot, but if you compare all the other 4 drum voices that I have in my kit, it's cheaper than that. And I'm going to be featuring more Canadian modules and module companies here on the All Weather Haulage channel soon. Thanks for watching. That is the Quanalog Boubou right there.